Hello, I am back, thing. Anyways, welcome to the season premiere of segment of Guess It My Political Life video blog. And you know what I mean. Of course, Labor Day is on yesterday. Because it's, Monday, September 2nd. I get it. Because it has paid tribute to the contributions and achievements of American workers is traditionally observed on the first Monday in September. It was been created by the labor movement in the late 19th century and became a federal holiday back in 1894. Of course, you haven't noticed that Labor Day celebrating its 125th anniversary. How that. But Labor Day weekend has also been symbolizing at the end of the summer for many Americans, and it's celebrated. Yeah, that's right. Celebrated with parties, street parades, and athletic events. As far as we're concerned, you know. But why do we have to celebrate Labor Day? Well, just for instance, that means Amy, I did ask Dr. Amy at my church last Sunday, and I said, just want to give me a ride because of my right ankle. Now I know it's twisted, and the whole story, but things like. And Amy said, sure. Just pick me up at Starbucks at 15th and Delta Street. And here's why. Pays to be nice to people. Pick me up and go to the Elkies house and Elkies and my resurrection family, especially Jody calls me cripple. Shame on you, Jody. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not crippled. Do you understand? I'm not. But anyways, but back to the Labor Day. Why do we celebrate Labor Day? Well, here's why. Labor Day is an annual celebration of workers and the achievements originated during one of, you guessed it, greatest American labor history. The most dismal chapters. Now, take for instance, in the late 1800s, at the height of the Industrial Revolution in the United States, and the average American people just work 12 hours. 12 hours your days, or should we say 7 days a week, 24/7, whatever it is, 365 days in a year. Thank you, Anita Baker. But in order to act out of basic living and try to living, and it tries to, despite restrictions in some states, children, as you guessed it, young as you guessed it, that's right, 5 or 6, toiled in mills, factories, and mines across the country, earning a fraction of their adult counterpart wages. And the people of all ages, particularly very poor and recent immigrants. Well, it's the same way you guess that you got the immigrants, and President Trump said, we need to build a wall. Yeah, that's fine. But, it recently has recent immigrants and often face extremely unsafely working conditions with sufficient access to fresh air, and sanitary facilities and breaks, as far as we can say. So here is as manufacturing increasingly supplanted agriculture, as well as the wellspring of American employees, labor workers, and which have been the first appeared in the late 18th century. Well, it grew most prominent and vocal because they began organizing strikes and rallies to protest for conditions and compelled employers, to renegotiating hours and pay. Now, take for instance, many of these riots, many of these events have been turned violent during this period. Think it's so small about the Pride Parade, Black Lives Matter, all that stuff. That was then. This is now. You might think it's so smart. Haymarket riots back in 1886. Several Chicago policemen and workers were killed. Seriously, killed. And others give the rising to the top to their long-standing traditions. Now, back in September 5th, 1882, 10,000 workers took underpaid time off to march from City Hall to Union Square back in New York City, and holding the first Labor Day parade in U.S. history. And the idea of working men's holiday is celebrated for the first Monday in September and gets caught on in other industrial sisters across the country. And many states passed legislation to try to recognizing the Congress, and wouldn't be legalized the history until 12 years later, when a watershed moment in American labor history brought workers right squarely into the public view on May 11th, back in 1894. And the employees of the Pullman Palace Car Company in Chicago went on strike to protest wages cutting wages and all that, and the firing of union representatives. Take us back in time. Now, you know what I'm talking about. Now on June 26th, the American Railroad Union, led by Eugene B. Debs, called for a boycott of all Pullman railway cars, crippling railroad traffic nationwide, and to break the Pullman strike, and the federal government dispatches troops to Chicago, unleashing a wave of riots that results in the deaths of more than a dozen workers. So who knows? So who created Labor Day, in my point of view? In the wake of this massive unrest, and in an attempt to repair ties with American workers, Congress must pass an act making Labor Day a legal holiday in the District of Columbia and the territories. Now in June 28, 1894, President Grover Cleveland has signed into a law. And more than a century later, the true founder of Labor Day has yet to be identified. So who wants to be identified? Well, many credit that Peter J. McGuire, but he's the co-founder of American Federation of Labor, while others have been suggest that Matthew McGuire, a secretary of the Central Labor Union, first proposed the holiday. So that means that it's celebrating, you guessed it, civilized. You know what I'm talking about. Now here's my last one for you. So, who wants this celebration? Labor Day is still celebrated in cities and towns across the U.S. with you guessed it, Labor Day Labor Day parades and picnics like I gotta go to Tim and Sherry Elke's Labor Day picnic with my resurrection friends. Especially you, Jody, try to call me crippled. It's all your fault. You know what I'm talking about. So it's barbecues and you can see the fireworks. Oh, by the way, for those of you, fireworks on the 4th of July, whatever. But you can see it for Labor Day. And has been displaying others public gatherings. And for many Americans, well, particularly children and young adults, it represents the end of the summer. It started back in, back to school season. Yeah, these kids are going back to school. What about college people? Yeah, back to school. Yeah, back to college. Where it is. But we deal with it. My Campus Life will cease from your segment a little bit later after we deal with it. But anyways, but the moral of this, oh boy, my political life season premiere segment is this: that the Uniform Monday Holiday Act back in the 60s has been changed several holidays to ensure this. They would always been observed on Monday, that the federal employees could have more three-day weekends. Well, who knows? But the act has been signed a huge law back in June 28, 1968. 28, and it has to be you know who. And it tries to move to Washington's birthday, Memorial Day, and Columbus Day to be fixed on Mondays in each year. So that is, Labor Day is in good company for now. But other holidays always fall on Mondays, including Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, George Washington, or President's Day, or Memorial Day, or Columbus Day, or whatever. you know the rest of the story. That's the history of Labor Day, and that's all I can say. Anyways, that's my season premiere segment of my Political Life video blog story, and I'm sticking to it. We'll be right back with the season premiere of my Campus Life video vlog, season premiere photograph. Oh, by the way, season premiere of my media alert Works video blog at the Brassman as well. Joseph.